Well, you can say the match would have been tight had they probably lost Purun also. But that's the way Sunrisers have been chasing. They start off slowly. They've been playing that traditional cricket.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another very special edition of Straight Bat with Mr. Cricket UAE. It's a IPL special show. With me, I've got Mr. Anis Sajan, the man himself, and we've got two very special guests with us. The two fans of the two sides who were involved in the day's match today, Manish Shah of Gujarat Titans and Samrudh Raikar, who will be a happy man today with the way Sunrisers Hyderabad have pulled back, with two back-to-back wins. And we have got our cricket expert, A.K. Satish, the sports editor of Gulf News. This is Gautam of Gulf News. Hi. First up, my question to Anis Bhai is, in the end, it was a tight match, but I personally enjoyed it quite well. But yes, Gujarat, they were about 10-15 runs too short. Little short on this track.
Good evening, Mr. Gautam. Good evening, Satish, and hello to both the fans from Gujarat as well as Hyderabad. Well, you can say the match would have been tight had they probably lost Purun also. But that's the way Sunrisers have been chasing. They start off slowly. They've been playing that traditional cricket. So when it works, it looks good when you get the 2 points. When it doesn't work, then fingers will be pointed. Because I remember when Williamson started, they were going very slow. Some streaky shots by Abhishek went through the gaps. But in the end, what matters is 2 points. So nobody would be complaining.
I'll come to Samrudh, as the winning team fan today. Yes, I mean, as Anis Bhai said, I mean, nothing succeeds like success. 2 points again, that will take them little up from that 8th position where they were. But, this decision of, the captain playing still as an opener. And when you've got, I think they've got a simple solution at hand. You are getting, Rahul Tripathi at number 3, who can be such a busy player who has done well as an opener for KKR. What do you think? I mean, what about making it Rahul and Abhishek Sharma? Or this is going to work the way they're doing it now?
Well, I think not only Rahul Tripathi, we also have Aiden Markram, who's also a successful opener for South Africa. So, we as fans, we also discuss with among ourselves sometimes, whether Aiden Markram can open the batting and Kane Williamson can bat 4 and Rahul Tripathi at 3. But I think Kane Williamson as a captain, I think the earlier he goes, he's one of the best players in the world, and he can just go out there and he can take control of the match. And that is I think that is a way that the team management is looking forward. And in the auction, they were very particular that Muttiah Muralidharan, immediately after the auction, he said that Abhishek Sharma and Kane Williamson are going to be our openers. So I think that is a good way forward for Sunrisers. I think they will continue with Kane Williamson and Abhishek Sharma as openers.
Right. I'll come to Manishji. One loss after 3 wins, still a very good start for a newcomer team. The plus point about them is they don't look like newcomers. They look a very settled team. Today also they were fighting tooth and nail. They lost early on Shubman Gill to such a brilliant catch. What do you feel about your team's performance overall?
Yeah, actually, Gujarat Titans is doing really very well in this tournament. Even it's a newcomer, it doesn't look like that it's a newcomer. It's a playing, all the players are playing in such a way that the team will go ahead and ahead in former programs. You know that Hardik Pandya, being a captain, is doing very well. Good techniques, good strategies he is applying over there. Even he is in a good form. Batting, of course, today he came in an earlier number, but he played very well. Patiently, he could perform well and make a good score for himself. And even his bowling was good today. So I think that Gujarat Titans will do more and more better in upcoming matches. And he's having a very good, Gujarat Titans is a very good batsman in the row. He's like a Wade. Of course, today he could not do well, but he's a very good batsman. Shubman Gill, today he could not play very well, but in the last 2 matches, his performance was very good. Now Hardik Pandya, today he, played very well. Miller is like a killer. So he's having a very good batting lineup, and bowlers are also very good. Shami, Ferguson, they are very good. And Rashid, is a magic spinner. So I think that Gujarat Titans will do very well in upcoming matches.
Right. Well, Pandya, I'll come to Satish with this first up. He seems to be growing from strength to strength as a captain and a performer in this fourth match. So what's your take? I mean, what has he? Is there something in his game that he has changed, Satish, or you are still not? I mean, can he sustain this? That's my question to you.
His fitness is what was lacking, Gautam. Like before the injury he suffered in Dubai during the Asia Cup, he was probably one of the best players in India, or rather, he was almost compared to Kapil Dev, one of the greatest all-rounders or the benchmark of all-rounders in Indian history. So I wouldn't say that his game has grown or his game has gone anything. Maybe he'll have confidence, more confidence going up front because maybe his body is holding up. With a couple of matches, he is batting as well as bowling and the fitness. He's likely to gain in strength as he goes by, which is very good for the Indian team because later in the year we will be playing in Australia the T20. So that is a very good sign. And regarding his captaincy, I would say he's been a very cool captain, and I was quite impressed. But today I was not quite happy in the sense, yes, of course, it's a bad day. His main bowler, Lockie Ferguson, was leaking runs. So had the match gone to the last over, which is in a way, yes, but there was only about 5 runs, or they were equal on the scores and they didn't need much. The last over should have been bowled by a bowler who's not the best of the bowlers. So this is a miscalculation which he could have avoided. So as he goes by as a captain, if he could get all these small errors out, it will do well for India because he can come in as another possible candidate for the Indian captaincy as well.
This is why, see, if cricket is about a game of about winning moments. The way when Hardik came into bat and the first delivery from Umar Malik, he got struck on the helmet. Next delivery, he replied with a lovely drive through the extra covers. Do you think he made a point there?
Well, you can say that to be very honest, but that was quite a nasty hit, and just that the boundary came off, you can say that he made a point. But let's accept it that Gujarat were 10-15 runs short. He said in the post-match that 5-7 runs short. No, in spite of Sunrisers going off very slowly, they knew what they had to chase. And 160 in today's day and age, if you have wickets in hand, can be chased. But yes, let's accept today Sunrisers were lucky. The shots which Abhishek and Williamson paid in the power play, or rather when they got the boundaries, they were streaky. Sometimes,
and Anisbhai, just to interrupt you, Williamson was a plumb in front early in the game. There was no replay. Had he gone out, maybe things could have been different.
Very valid point. To be very honest, I missed out on that. But the fact remains is Sunrisers were very lucky today. I mean, I don't want to take away the credit, but sometimes in a day is not there such balls which went, I like the over what Ferguson bowled, the first over. They were all fast-paced bowlers, but it was going into the gaps.
Right. Samru, the question for you, Nicholas Puran, I mean, see, the hype which accompanies him or the way he performs for the West Indian team, today he seemed, he showed a bit of his class that, that pull shot of him where he guided a bowler like Lockie Ferguson to backward square for that 6, what do you think? The team is gradually coming together. The new ball attack is looking good. They've added Jensen to that. Spin-wise, Abhishek Sharma is there. Aiden Markram can act as their, the 5th bowler or the 6th bowler as need be. So are they getting their combination right slowly in the 4th game, by the 4th game?
I think so, yes. I think it is probably the best playing 11 that Sunrisers can put forward. I think we have a lot of variety in our bowling attack. You have the swing of Bhuvneshwar Kumar, you have the extra pace of Umran Malik, extra bounce of Marco Jansen, and towards that you have probably one of the best death bowlers in the IPL going around with Bumrah and Natarajan. So I think the bowling lineup looks settled, but I'm a bit worried about the middle order because Nicholas Puran, yes, he is a brilliant player and he's been an exception for the West Indies, but somewhere down the line, even today, Lockie Ferguson dropped the catch and he was a bit rusty only in the last over and he hit a couple of sixes, but a little bit worrisome for me as well because Aiden Markram and Nicholas Puran are not that great players of spin. And as the tournament goes forward, I think the pitches will get slower and it will be difficult for them. So that's a bit of a worry. And if Kane Williamson can bat like this throughout the tournament, that will be good for us. But in terms of the perfect playing 11, I think this is the best playing 11 that Sunrisers can play.
Closest to that, right? Yeah. So overall a pretty absorbing game. Where it was evenly contested, I would like to believe. Before we close shop, we come back to another intriguing game tomorrow where Chennai, they're yet to log their first points on the board. Very, very unusual situation. And they're playing a team who are on a high. The news that's coming in is now Josh Hazlewood is also available for selection for RCB. So I'll start with Satish about tomorrow's game. It's high time for Chennai and, it's a question of things falling into place, isn't it? I mean, they haven't overnight become a bad team. What's your take, Satish, on this?
Gautam, it's just the momentum. They don't still have the momentum. So what happens is when you don't have the momentum, you don't have that extra confidence, which with the confidence comes the winning habit. So it's a chain reaction. I'm sure Dhoni is there and he might not be the captain, but he is still there as a mentor who's guiding the team and Jadeja, everybody. So I think it's around the corner. My only worry is the richest or the biggest purchaser, Deepak Chahar, is still, we don't know about his injury status and when is he going to return. The sooner he returns, the better for Chennai. Otherwise, I think it'll be a little too late and Chennai might not, because the 1 or 2 slots that hole can sink a ship in IPL. That's what we have seen with the RCB. That's what we have seen with the Punjab. For many years, these are 1 or 2 holes can sink the ship, which is exactly happening with Chennai's case.
Right. Manishji, what do you feel? Tomorrow's winners, in your words, Chennai can have their first win or will it be RCB?
I think it will be Chennai because they have to struggle very well. They have to work hard and they are seeking for the victory. So I think that Chennai will win tomorrow.
That's good to hear. I'll come to Samrud with that. Samrud, your take, prediction.
I think I'm also rooting for Chennai tomorrow because I think just for the sake of the tournament, and you don't want a team to be thrown out of the tournament so early. You want a bit of competition and some fun element as well. So I think all the Chennai fans will be hoping that Chennai will be playing good cricket tomorrow. And also, I don't think there'll be Harshal Patel tomorrow for RCB. So that is one area where CSK can target, and Mohammad Siraj has not been the best of forms for RCB. So I think that is one area where they can target. So I think Chennai will start favorites tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. Our thoughts and prayers with Harshal. Actually, he had to leave after the last game to be with his family after the terrible mishap. Yes, and Isbai, your take about tomorrow's match.
I would definitely go with RCB. The momentum is with them. CSK, even though will be playing without the opposition Harshal Patel, I don't see them doing anything because they don't have that fire in the batting nor the bowling. I can't see anything happening unless they get to field first and probably bowl the opposition out for 150, 160. If they're chasing 180, 190, I don't see them chasing. With Maxwell and everybody, this team now is the top contender along with Delhi for me.
Right. Yeah, but they're going to play on the same venue here. I mean, where you need to, even if they're batting first, they need to put the runs on the board and then put pressure on RCB. And they've got, RCB batting lineup now really looks menacing with Maxwell joining them. I would also say the skills are tilted a little towards RCB, but let's see, hoping that, Chennai pull one back to make this tournament more interesting. So that's it from us tonight. We will be back again after the match tomorrow. Please stay tuned with us. Thank you.